There we go. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Psychic Tarot Angel Oracle. Okay, so make sure that you guys subscribe and like the video. And then if you have a question, you can put it in the chat and I will do my best to address it. Make sure that the question has to do with yourself, because I won't be reading people's energy or lives that don't ask questions about other people's lives. Make sure that it just has to do with yourself. Okay, but all my readings are for entertainment purposes only. Make sure that you guys read up on my legal disclaimer, which is in the description box below. But by watching my videos, you're agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself, and with any of the information being channeled. Be on your best behavior because the Most High God is watching and the Holy Spirit is listening. By watching my videos, you're agreeing to not attack, bully, or persecute me for my calling. Also, this contract includes shadow banning, plagiarism, copywriting, and the copywriting of my messages. Everything said on this platform is copyrighted, so don't steal messages from God and the Holy Spirit. Okay, so now we're going to do the prayer. So I'm praying this for both of us. So I ask that the Most High God give us the grace, the light of God, the glory of God, and the heavenly host armies. We ask that the Most High God continue to order our steps when dealing with anything in the psychic realm or the spiritual realm. I also invoke the angels of the Sword of Solomon and the Sword of Moses into the four directions for safety and protection. I call upon Christ's energy and the Christ grids along with the archangels, specifically Archangel Michael, and I ask that he would please return all evil and block out anyone or anything that would try to negatively influence or impact this reading in any way. I pray for the highest light, the highest wisdom, and the highest truth to be revealed to me and my collective, and I pray for all of my subscribers. I ask now as I call upon God's favor to give us the full armor of God for protection during our life's mission and work here on the earth. I am eternally grateful for your favor, Heavenly Source, and for your unfailing love. Thank you for blessing me and my subscribers, and thank you for healing the sick and creating miracles in your holy name, Lord my God. I give gratitude and thanks. I pray into thy holy presence and meditate upon your divine will. So I'm just clearing my throat chakra and your guys' throat chakra right now, because somebody was making it very difficult for me to speak something. Okay. Yes, God bless you guys. I hope you guys are having a really good day or night or evening, whenever it is that you guys end up reading this video, watching this video. Okay, so let's see. So we're going through a different transition right now. It's like a change of power, but it's happening. It's like the tables have been, my readings recently, I've been seeing that the tables have been turning for people. So this is the Thoth deck. It's a smaller Timu version of it. I'm sure that the cards normally are like probably regular size like these cards. But I really like the Thoth deck. I really like Aleister Crowley. And what he did with tarot just kind of added a lot of cards that are not, I mean, they are represented in the Rider-Waite. The Rider-Waite is some genius stuff. I know so much about it. It's like crazy. But the Thoth deck is also really, really good deck to use. So yeah, anyways, if you guys are ever thinking about getting a deck, this is one that I really, really say I like a lot. I also like this Twin Flame deck so much. Like, I seriously use this deck a lot. Why this guy in head renting for like months, right? What's his connection with you? Okay. So why this person is renting head in your mind for months? Okay, so you guys know about superpowers. You know that other people have abilities. All right. Vendongi, this person that you're talking about has some type of yeah, you go ahead and ask your question. I'm addressing Vendongi. I'm sorry, Vendongi. I'm like probably butchering that. Okay, so what was I just saying? Basically that why this person's in your mind is because they have some type of ability. Like, I really feel like this person, maybe you haven't met this person. Do you know this person from, okay, V, that's right. Do you know this person from just over the internet, or have you actually met them? Because I'm getting that this person has some type of psychic ability. And it's more of an ability like this person, when he gets with women, and it feels like a masculine energy. He was your classmate, so you have known him in person. But do you talk to him over the internet, or you have met him? Whatever this connection is that you have with this person, I'm not getting anything bad, but I get that he does have abilities. So he could be sending you telepathic messages, especially if you guys connected when you guys were in school with one another, internet and met also. Okay, yeah. So just be aware that this person, like, their energy may not be bad, but they have something going on with them right now. Like, this could be why. So this person could possibly be a twin flame energy or a soulmate energy. There's somebody that you had in another life, but in this other lifetime, they led you to ruin. This is why I'm feeling like this person's trying to come in as a false twin flame or something. So you guys do have a telepathic ability from this other lifetime, but you don't owe this person anything. And so why he's always in your mind is because this person's sending you thoughts. And so if you get a thought 3 times in a row and you're like, what is this thought? Why am I having this thought? Specifically, if it happens 3 times in a row, that's when you need to know that that's not your thought. That is this is how entities work. They will put something, they'll put a thought into motion, then they'll come back years later and amplify it more than 3 times. So that's just even more confirmation. So yeah, you could definitely be dealing with a higher self aspect of this person. This is why knowing thyself is so important. I feel like this guy gets into your mind because he needs help with something. And also, whatever this telepathy is that you keep picking up on, yeah, ruin and death. I'm not kidding. This person led you to ruin in a past life. Just be aware of. And I try not to judge people because of their past lives, but I actually end up judging the situations because of their past lives. Because if I see that this person, even though they're like a soulmate for me, but every lifetime that I had with them in the past, they've unalived me or been the reason I got unalived, then I'll know, okay, in this lifetime, don't even go near this person. And so I do judge it off of what the pattern, because again, yeah, 3 is bare minimum. So this person feels connected to you in some type of way. And this is absolutely a mental connection. Okay. It is mental and it's a psychic connection. So you may want to pray just like so that this, because again, this man, what is this? Is this an entity? This man like literally does this to more than one person. It tries to enter into their dreams and into their thoughts. Yeah, Princess of Discs. This is definitely, see, this person's like using kind of like a pendulum. This is definitely, this person doesn't want you using your intuition because your intuition's screaming at you. Prince of Cups. This is how this person wants to be seen, as this Prince of Cups. And this person feels like you're equal because you're like the Princess of Discs, but it's not exactly equal. So why he's renting space in your mind? Well, your alarm system's going off because if you were to engage with this person, they would somehow lead you down the path of ruin. Like, he always motivated you. That's why I was saying his energy is not bad. It's just this person's karma is bad. Yeah, and was there at your low time? Yeah, for sure. You let this person in. That's why they're a vampire. You let this person in. And I'm not saying the spirits just moved behind me. I'm not saying you can't fall in love with a vampire. You could very well fall in love with a vampire, but it's not going to be like a Twilight romance. This is going to be, well, just something completely different. But yeah, ruin and death, that's a warning. So it also could be another energy that's externally trying to keep you guys from coming together. Oh, I see. So the energy that caused the death in these other lifetimes was not even this person. It was somebody surrounding this person that you need to be aware of. So basically, this person would not be dangerous to be around if they didn't have this other person in them in their life. And then this other person's been in almost every life with them. This is retarded. Okay, God, is there anything that we can do about this situation being what it is? Or let me just ask this. Are these two people supposed to be together? Yes, I get an overwhelming yes. Oh my freaking gosh, you guys. Finding out the real truth to it. Yeah, is he this is the thing. I do feel like he is a compatible positive energy for you. However, this other energy around him, we need to talk to God right now and get rid of that. Okay. And I'm going to draw the cards again and make sure that this energy is gone. Whatever this manipulative, vindictive, evil, sadistic, cruel energy is that is in somebody around him that keeps stopping him almost every lifetime from having fulfillment. God, we want that to be removed. Whatever the energy is, and if it's his mama or whatever this female presence is, it needs to go. It needs to go. Okay. Because it's not going to cause anything positive in anybody's life if it stays. So let me just wait for God to remove that. Okay. All right. We're going to cut the deck and see what we have. Princess of Wands. All right. This is at least a better energy for you. Well, any of the princess energies are pretty good. Okay, the Princess of Wands, this shows me that you're getting your energy together and you're directing it towards your goals. All right, which is something that I'm not kidding you. You could have been, when you were talking with this person, like going to school with them and stuff, you could have been in the lowest point of your life. You could have been in such a low vibration, and you think that what caught you in a low vibration was some other person or something else. And no, it's this energy surrounding this person that you did not ever know about. That's why it's like wild that sometimes you can just walk into a gas station, meet somebody, exchange just a hello to them. How much do you want to pump, whatever, and it'll trigger something. Something definitely got triggered here is what I'm seeing. Yeah. And again, it's just telling you that that this person that is surrounding this situation will bring disappointment. Okay. It's not the actual person that is in your mind. It's somebody surrounding him. Is this person avoidable, or is it this person's mother? Is it this person's mother? Yeah, it does feel like it's their mother. So I guess that they can't be so whatever the energy is with the mother, can that be neutralized? Yes. And it's got to be neutralized within UV also. So yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lilith. You're awesome. So yeah, this is definitely I'm going to draw again because I really want to see after God removes that energy. This shit is like ancient. Whatever this spirit is that's been in this person's like mother, whether their mother is alive or not, because I'm picking up on some very weird stuff. Their influence is really bad. So let's see. The devil, what did I just say? Okay, so that's what needs to be removed. Removing the devil out of this woman. Because literally she projects on her son to the point where she feels like she's God in his life. And that's what, and he's allowed that to happen. So let's see. We exorcise the devil out of this woman. Cease and desist all demonic activities against this situation. And then let the twin flames be. Jesus. Ace of Wands. Thank you. This is exactly what I was looking for. All right. So now finally it's changing. But literally, because you guys are sitting here and we're removing this energy. Because you guys are sitting here and you're actively interacting with God, basically, and we're asking for this energy to be removed. This Ace of Wands just came through. This is God's power. Like, this is like literally a very good sign. Okay, let's see. Gain. See, look at the cards are looking way different now. Gain. So yeah, this is protecting money. I know, this, it's his mother that could be the vampire is what I'm kind of picking up on. But he does have a telepathic connection with you. I feel like this woman, she used to, because she's not there. It's like the devil presence with her is not there anymore. She used to feed on everybody that her son would be with, or that even just was around them. It's just weird. Very, very fifth dimensional type shit. Well, victory. Yeah, God is always going to have the victory over the devil. Like, it's only a matter of this woman was a witch. It's only a matter of literally reporting this shit. That's why I think that maybe his mother isn't even alive, because how in the hell is she like supernaturally spying on her son through everybody that he connects through, trying to stop him from having a good partner? This woman wants her son to be with like somebody that would treat him really bad, Okay, so let me just pull a couple more cards and then we'll move on to the next one. And no name Jane, I don't know what you're talking about. If you're being perverted right now, I'm going to get rid of you. Okay. The hell your deal is open cleavage. I'm not going to change the way that I dressed. And you're fucking weird. Go away. I don't like that weird sexual energy you're trying to send to me. This is why sometimes God's like, yeah, don't answer people's questions, because you got weird no name Jane coming up here doing some perverted shit. So let's see. Okay, cool. All right, I fixed it. Well, except for this message, let me get rid of this one. Okay. Yeah, I just did. Yeah, hide user. Okay, there we go. Anyways, people are fucking weird. But yeah, this is you having a victory, V. So if you do talk to this person on the internet, victory and then defeat, the devil is freaking defeated. Finally, literally, finally, you guys. Oh my gosh. For some of you, it's situations just like this that it's not the person you think, it's somebody around them. That's crazy. Ruin, this person is going, like, I'm not kidding. So this energy was going to try to lead ultimately anybody that this man was with to ruin. And now that energy is defeated. So literally you're going to continue to gain and have victory. So yeah. Will you guys have a future together? God, will they have a future together? Not unless you change something about, like, you guys. Is he in the same area as you still? There may be a little bit of a difference. Look at this abundance. So yeah, if you meet up with this person, I would build a relationship with them on the internet. Okay, V. And then if you guys can meet up in the physical, that's even better. City, yes. Okay, yay. This is making me so happy. This is where this abundance is coming in. Okay. Yeah, I do feel like there's a good connection there. But, again, he's going to have to go through a spiritual awakening. He's not as awake as you are, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's basically futile for that devil energy to try to do anything to this union anymore. So I don't feel like you have anything to worry about. You are going to meet soon. Great. I get good vibrations off of it. Now that that other energy is gone, I get good vibe. But I want you to pray for this person because, like I said, they're still kind of asleep in the matrix. They don't know who they are spiritually. Because if they did, they would have sniffed out the energy of that female around them. Like this man would have. I don't feel like he knows that his mama is a secret hater, right? Don't tell him that. But because we cleared it, but literally, I mean, this woman, it's a weird energy when somebody's in love with their son, like in love with their son. And I'm not saying that they've have any sexual relationships, and this woman might not even be alive because I'm getting creepy vibes from her. But literally, yeah, she's in love with her son. That's what you're dealing with. Somebody that was going to destroy any relationship with that man. Okay. So yes, I would pursue it, continue to pursue it, and see where it takes you. She is alive. Okay. Yeah. So I don't know how she supernaturally spies on him, but okay. So yeah, thank you, Lilith. Rackdon. Hopefully I said that right. Go ahead and ask your question. And we'll give a shuffle. Okay. Okay, ask your question. Rackdon. Sorry, racked on. Is he going on a trip with current partner? Okay, let's see. So is this like a extramarital affair type energy is what I'm feeling? Or there's more than one of that in this situation? Oh, thank you so much. God bless you guys. Okay, so there is that energy. So is he going to go on a trip with this woman? This woman that he's married to? I feel like he feels like he has to go. The devil? Is he married to the devil, yo? I don't mean to laugh, but is he married to the devil? This other woman that you're dealing with is obsessed. She also is holding some type of blackmail over this man's head. You were worried? Yeah. No, it's okay. It's totally okay. Yeah, the energy of the devil, the first card, this woman is very codependent on this man. I feel like she's a bad seed. Yeah, she's dependent on this Six of Pentacles, this man giving to her, right? This devil energy is dependent on that. Also, I feel like this devil energy is with this woman to teach this man a lesson because he's had a lot of extramarital affairs. So he may have extraterrestrial energy or something around him. But yeah, this woman is a very, whoever he's married to is karmic as all hell. Yeah, he's worried for his assets and money. I'm worried for his assets and money too, because he's trying to get away from this woman to get a divorce like now. And this woman is like, if you do that, I will take everything. Your ability to give, I will take your money, I will take your business and your company. And I think that he maybe runs his own company or something like that. This man makes a lot of money. So like, I feel like he has a pension or some shit saved up, like a 401k. Five of Cups, loss, grief, disappointment, blinded to love. When he got in this relationship with this devil, he's literally like, if you pulled cards yourself, you would get this devil card coming up for this woman. Like, this is something that he knows, that he's literally with some type of greedy demon. Greedy, lazy. This person has like the 7 deadly sins affecting them. This other woman, and I don't mean to bash this woman. I'm really sorry that I'm saying this. It's just sad to say it, but yeah. He's extremely smart and intelligent, but the laws are what the laws are. And if they do go to court, he is going to take some type of unavoidable loss. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he has extra income coming in. This woman's got so used to this man giving her everything. Yeah, that he's hiding from her. That's good. Hopefully he can hide it from the divorce lawyer, because she's going to use his money to get a divorce lawyer to take him to court. And the only way that he's going to get out of this marriage is by going through a divorce. And this woman is extremely abusive to him. I do not feel I'm not judging you for your relationship with this man, even though I know he's had more than one affair before. But I feel like now he has actual motivation to do the Three of Swords. This explains it all. The Three of Swords, that's three swords going through one heart. That's a third party situation. Heartbreak and pain, separation and grief, sorrow and trauma. So yeah, he's already been traumatized by this person. I also feel like this woman has not been faithful to him. So he doesn't maybe know that, or maybe he does know that. He just doesn't care. I mean, this devil energy is really lucky that he hasn't flipped out and beaten the shit out of it, because this devil specifically, they're very distant and emotionally abusive. This devil energy consistently protests against this man's freedom, and then it's like poking the bear. Like, she's consistently provoking him to anger. She wants him to get angry so she can say that he hit her, so that she can take all of the money, because she knows he's getting ready to do a divorce. Something, either this woman has a private investigator, or she knows some type of, maybe just being connected to the devil. Who knows what this demonic entity is telling this woman. But yeah, she feels like she's going to lose her meal ticket. Now, do these people have children together? Yeah, she already knows it. Okay, so that he is planning divorce. So she does know it. So she's trying to do everything she can. Some way she intuitively knows it. Maybe he said, if you don't, no, I don't know if he gives ultimatums, but maybe he said, does this woman know about her? I get that she suspects something, but she doesn't know specifically who. So, yeah, she suspects something. She just doesn't know specifically who it is. And so she's going to be looking for evidence, like in any type of way, to find out who, like, this woman wants to go through this man's phone. And I don't feel like he allows her. He has some type of like lock on it. So yeah, she's definitely Queen of Wands energy, passionate and determined, attractive and confident, self-assured, charismatic. So yeah, this is definitely your energy. This energy that you hold is, you don't call him, he calls you. Okay, that's good. The energy that you hold is very attractive. Okay, it's like the ideal woman. This other woman is not, like, I'm not going to say she's ugly, but she doesn't have a beautiful, there's nothing about this person that shines like you do. Okay. Like, and so that's why when this happens, because I do feel like this person that you're, even though even though this person is married, I do feel like you guys are a better pair, right? Yeah, she's not so beautiful like you. That's exactly it. That you're this queen of, when this woman finds out that it's you and sees what you look like, she is going to lose her shit. So just be prepared for the evil eye and what other forms of hatred and witchcraft and slander and gossip, because she's going to try to basically come for you. And when she does, God is going to slap this devil the F back. Because really, this woman is abusive to this man. I don't know if he talks about the abuse, but she's emotionally abusive. Does he realize it? That yes, of course, he sees that obviously this is a troll. You're dealing with a troll. He sees that you're not Fiona. You know what I'm saying? You are beautiful. And you also are more aligned with his success. This woman always takes and drains him of everything. You actually can take care of yourself, and you don't need this man for his money. And so that's one thing that he likes about you. But again, it's, he is going to take an unavoidable loss when he gets divorced with her, because she is going to get some of the money. But like, what I'm seeing is that it's going to be okay. And it is inevitable. He married a demon. That disguised itself as a person. So I do see him divorcing. I feel like he's going to follow through with it. But he's trying to find the right time to do this, and it never seems like it's the right time. But I'm telling you, there will be a right time. It's definitely, definitely a karmic lesson that he is going through with the demon. He's literally interacting with a demon. I don't even consider this person to have any human traits. Their face is demonic. 10 of Wands, burden and stress, anxiety and defeat, burnout. Yeah, This woman is going to be burnt out trying to compete with you, right? You were in his life when he chose her. So he's basically being punished. I'm so sorry. He's literally being punished. And this is why he should have chosen you, because you would have actually added success to his life. Where he chose this other woman, he's only been brought down. Like, yeah, I'm so sorry you had to go through that. That's very traumatic. But, he thought that this woman, whatever the external pressure was to marry her, maybe it was something in his family, but I don't feel like his family really cares for this lady. I can't say that anyone in this woman's circle likes her. You know what I mean? Then all of a sudden he called you, because obviously if he's been getting abused by this woman, he realized the epic mistake that he made and then started contacting you again. I definitely understand that, because at least God's just showing him like, yo, this is what you chose. You thought you knew what you wanted, but you didn't know shit. You should have asked me and I would have told you which one. You know what I mean? It is very messy. This is a very messy situation. Like I said, it's going to get much worse than before it gets better. This woman will eventually find out that it's you, whether it's after the divorce goes through or during the process of it. So just, when that happens, this person's going to attack you. They may try to call the police on you or some shit, or make a false report. Okay. Determination, success, moving forward. You are going to move forward. You're going to move forward either way. And if this man wants to come with you on your path to ascension, okay, then this man can, but he's going to have to leave behind the devil energy, which I do feel like he wants to do. It's just, he's going to have to leave. And all it is money, leaving part of his fortune with this lady. The thing is, this man, without having this devil energy draining him, he can always rejuvenate and revamp his energies and his money. But when he's attached to this devil, it's a continual drain on his energy. You don't hold devil energy. So, I would say anybody that is not possessed by Satan would be better for this man. You know what I'm saying? But, you live and you learn. Don't be mad at this person for not choosing you, because this was an experience that he had to go through with this other person. Because again, how would he know how to value you if he didn't have this experience right here with this devil woman? He wouldn't. 7 of Pentacles, harvest and rewards, results in growth, progress, and patience, planning, and focus. Look at that. He's planning to have a future with you. Okay. There a lot of the times married men will not want to leave their wives because they don't want to lose stuff. This woman is so horrible that this man is like trying to just escape with his life, Was he under spell work when he chose her? Wow, Nurkarim, what an excellent question to ask. Yes, I do feel like he was under spell work. That's why I was picking up on this devil energy, sending a lot of witchcraft to you to try to mess with your beauty. Because he thinks that okay, y'all think that he's choosing you because of your beauty, but that's not actually it. He's choosing you because he knows that with you, he can grow and he can have a harvest and he can have a good life. And so it's a little bit about the way you look and the way that you are just more attractive than this woman in every type of way. But also you help nourish other people. You help them grow. You're a magician. You can manifest whatever it is that you desire, willpower and resourceful. This other woman was not resourceful. She was just a drain on his energy. Yes. No, I definitely concur. He does think that you are more attractive. I think that you're more attractive than her, and so does he. I mean, any person with eyes would look at you and then look at this other woman and be more attracted to you. And it's not has to do with physicalness. This has to do with energy. Yeah, you do. You do have friends. Demons be demoning. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. Okay, so yeah, don't give up on this person. It's going to take possibly up to a year for this divorce to go through because this woman's going to fight him every step of the way. You know what I mean? And just be prepared for that. But this man's actually worth it. And, things will go easier for him if he repents for making the wrong choice. Look at this. The lovers, twin flames, balance, and spiritual love comes out. Yes. So somehow magically you guys are going to get out of this situation. I would not even worry about it. Just put on, you know, an evil eye amulet, make sure that you're cleansing your energy, and make sure that you, anytime you interact with this man, that you're not feeding into whatever this devil energy has done, that you're basically uplifting this man and helping him get back on his feet. Because there will be a time in the future where you need help to get back up on your feet, and this man will be there for you and he will help you with that. So it's an equal give and take relationship here is what I'm seeing. A 10 of Cups, yo, happiness, family harmony, emotional stability. Yes. Yeah, things are going to go great. This is going to be beautiful. This is going to be absolutely beautiful. 3 of Cups, celebrations, friendships, and reunions. You guys are going to actually have friends together and a real life. So yeah, you're going to have a reason to celebrate, and you know, you may end up marrying this person. He may not want to get married right away, and don't push that on him, because again, getting out of this marriage with this other person, but he literally you need to teach this man how to use his intuition, how to do muscle testing or use a pendulum, so that he never makes a choice like this ever again. But yeah, you guys are going to be happy together. This other woman's going to be upset about it, but there's just going to be a lot of jealousy because, again, her energy is on nothing. Her sex is on nothing. And she's not attractive, and she's not compassionate. She's not kind. She doesn't help other people. Yeah, it's going to be like a year for the divorce to go through is what I'm picking up. She will most likely, once she finds out about you, confront you directly. She may try to tell you about things that this man has done, but most of it's shit that she's made up in her head. She's just weird. You're dealing with the devil, so I can't really tell you what to expect other than some devilment stuff. Okay. All right. Thank you, Lilith, so much. Okay, so Nur, you want to know past life karma with an X that has been cleared. Let's look at the past life deck. So this is a unique deck. And what it will do is it'll point me towards the other lifetime. Yes. Thank you, Nur Karim. I would definitely suggest that he goes through any type of counseling. I mean, he's learning how to work things out with somebody that's like literally possessed, who could very well attack him. See, this woman, her love magic's not working anymore. So whatever love magic she was using to hook him and reel him in, this man's waking up from that illusion. He's like looking at this woman like she's a pig or something. Like he really is disgusted with her. Okay. Yeah, she's losing the ability to cast spells. I think she was possibly... You should ask him if this woman ever was feeding him spaghetti on a regular basis, because there's a really bad, nasty ass spell that's very, very common where women will put their menstrual blood in spaghetti and feed it to men, and it'll basically put them under a spell that binds them. But once these men wake up, and like, let's say a woman goes into menopause, or she just stops putting that secret ingredient into the food, then the man will go crazy and usually unalive the woman. That's like 90% of the times when this spell is done, it ends up that way. You've heard about this. Yeah. It's like really ancient magic, but it totally disgusting. Okay. Yes. So you guys can start fresh in happiness. Absolutely. Okay. So let's see here. Oh, it's water. I'm like, what is on my leg? Okay. So in this other lifetime, you guys were rebels. What I'm seeing here is that it was the age of enlightenment. Your identity was a mother. I feel like the trauma was war in that lifetime, and death was poison. So that one's been cleared. Oh my gosh. Yo, look at this. This literally says death is poison on it right here. And then this next card that I pull, what is that? That's a bottle of poison. Okay, so murder. So that's what was cleared in the other lifetime. That is crazy. Both of these. Oh, they are Indian, eat Indian food. Wow, Nur Karim, this is wild. I did not know that these two cards did that. But literally, you know what I'm getting the energy of? I'm getting the energy of Romeo and Juliet. Like, you know how at the end of the story, Romeo, he drinks the poison And then Julia either kisses his lips and gets the poison, or she finds the bottle and she drinks it too. I'm getting that type of energy. So yeah, whatever that, it was like a tragedy. I feel like that has been cleared out of the way. Position of authority. Wow. So you guys also could have had fame or public recognition in another life. Look at this. This is the sword and the stone. And this has to do about your personal power. You guys, again, mother. How many times am I going to see mother? One of these lifetimes was in Asia. One of y'all's lifetimes, you guys followed around Buddha and were worshipers of Buddha. And then I'm getting that a village that you were in was attacked. That's wild. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And you ended some type of abuse of power in this other life. Okay, here's another one. And this lifetime, I feel like this lifetime that you guys shared, where you were a very religious, spiritual person, that is actually linking into this lifetime. All of these lives have to do with something that's happening in this lifetime, but still, you're still a mystical person. You could be evangelical, or you could just be, spiritually devoted to yourself. You carry that into this lifetime, which is a really good strength. Okay, wow. So you also were in a position of power during the Crusades and the Inquisition. Your identity was a grandparent this time. What I'm seeing about this lifetime is that you came across being like a leader, right? You led a group of people. How interesting. So you led a group of people and you were allowed to pick who your spouse was, and you picked this person. And again, in this lifetime that I'm picking up on, the genders are reversed. You were a masculine energy. He was a feminine energy. I'm also seeing another lifetime around the Ice Age, but you guys were extraterrestrials that exist in shit. Y'all's bodies may still be frozen in Antarctica. I just saw Antarctica. Yeah, the spiritual aspect for sure. For sure. Definitely. And also, this being a leader in a position of authority also is led into this lifetime. Yeah. And look at this. Wisdom keeper. Look at you go. Look at that. This is powerful stuff right here. Being a wise person, well-informed, wounded healer, enlightened. Absolutely. This is the World War age. So your identity was a lover. Your faith was fanatical. Trauma was oppression. Yeah, somebody wanted to basically silence all of the wisdom keepers and the Inquisition. So you were definitely there. You do get flashbacks of you being in a man's body and him in a woman. That's absolutely this lifetime where you were a leader of a country or a government, or, like basically a ruler, like a king or a queen or a president or something like that. Yeah, you guys have had a lot of lifetimes together where you guys come together and it changes the life. Like in this lifetime, if you would have married somebody else, your leadership would have ended. So it's like the divine is setting you up in a good way. Let's see what else. Okay. Then this other lifetime, you maybe had a dream about a tsunami or a flood. This dream that you had, being lost at sea, water disaster, I really feel like you were with this person when this happened. But I'm getting like, this doesn't say Atlantis, but I am picking up. Oh, it says lost civilization. So that could be Atlantis. Wow. You know, Atlantis was like one of the most advanced civilizations. Teacher. You also have had a lifetime where you've been a teacher. You may end up teaching this person how to master their own emotions. You may be like a mentor to them. And I feel like this person's been a mentor to you as well. This lifetime was in the high middle ages. You were somebody that studied knowledge. And yeah, either Atlantis or Lemuria. I agree with that for sure. So all of these lifetimes are showing me that you guys have, from each of these cards, there's a gift that you've gained, basically. So yeah, I get a really good vibe. Now this childhood trauma orphan card, oh my gosh, you could have been the orphan, and this person that you were talking about could have been the person that adopted you. Like, that's crazy. That's almost made me cry. That's like one of the most sweetest things. Like, literally your twin flame just comes and adopts you. Oh my gosh, I like almost choked up right there. It just started crying. Wow. Wow. Okay. Now this other lifetime, there was some type of spell that you guys were put under, and it led you, both of you, to insanity. I'm getting there's this one story of these people drinking a love spell and falling deeply in love. But I don't get that it's a love spell. I get it's something else. Maybe somebody, we had the poison card. It could have been some type of poison. But yeah, you've had many lifetimes with this person and so many experiences. I feel very good vibes with them. So I would continue to speak with them. If you can meet with them, I feel like you guys may like the same type of foods, all that good stuff. Okay. So was there anybody else that had a question? Jamie's Cowboys or Jamie's Cowboys. Yeah, right. Okay, go ahead and ask your guys this question. Okay, for sure. Yeah, it can be hard to form, the words around it. Yeah, you know what? I wouldn't give up on his energy, though. I mean, he did denote himself and become a little bit more karmic, but yeah, so yeah, broke the twin flame contract. Well, we'll see how it turns out, because even though people say people can't change, people do change every day. We're always changing, right? So we'll see how it works out. I wouldn't completely give up on it. Okay, the ancestral karma. Yeah. Well, you definitely broke a cycle. You definitely broke a cycle. You're very welcome, Nurkarim. Yeah, you definitely, Lilith, you broke a cycle. So what is going to happen after this cycle is resolved? I feel like it has already been resolved. I just heard that you may come into money, or that you may come into a gift. You may come into using this gift that is going to bring you a lot of money. The Hangman. So this energy that was following your family, basically, for you to get out of it, you had to sacrifice a way of thinking, because it was something tied into your guys' beliefs genetically. And so I do feel like you've successfully done that. You've sacrificed what needed to be let go of. So now the new can come in. So this energy that was following your ancestry is completely removed. And now it's like rejuvenation time. Queen of Wands, that's your energy for sure. You definitely helped break this cycle. I don't think anybody else in your bloodline could have done it, because they were so much under the spell. Literally, they were under whatever karmic weird shit was going on. It's been cleared for everybody in your bloodline. I mean, they're still going to have the beliefs from living life the way they've lived life. And okay, so when you have a curse going on and you're living life the way you live life, you perceive things to be a certain way and you believe them to be a certain way. So it's not going to, with the curse being gone, it's not going to take away your family's belief systems or anything that they experienced, but that energy that was fueling those negative experiences is no longer there. So it should be much less of those experiences, if that makes sense. It honestly feels like it originated way, way long ago. This has to do about a power in your bloodline that they tried to sacrifice you for. It's crazy. They literally tried to sacrifice many of the females that was in your bloodline for this power. But knowingly, and back in the day when they would be like, oh, they wouldn't just say, I curse you. They would say, I curse your chickens, your goat, your daughter, your son, your bloodline. Like they would just make a whole list. I'm picking up that it's like thousands and thousands of lifetimes ago. So there's been so many generations that have had this sacrificial energy where people try to crucify you. It's freaking weird. It's almost like you live through the same exact thing that Jesus did, even though Jesus, supposedly already went through that. Look at that. Because like I said, this gift that's in your bloodline will bring money. It's going to bring wealth. It's going to help you create a lot of wealth. And also that's why, without having this ability, because it's something like being able to read things, but also like read into things and see what's actually there. But it also has to do with manifesting money in mysterious ways, like some type of magical manifestation technique. Yeah, I do feel like it does connect to Jesus, and the tripling down of that effect right here with the hangman is absolutely what you were experiencing. It's like almost like everybody in your bloodline went through having a Judas. They went through almost all of these just judgmental trials. And it's because when you come out of it, you come out with this gift, this one power, and it's literally helps you not only to connect with your bloodline and to heal that, but it's going to help you with money. Prince of Discs, another person with money to cover up his genitals there. They could have really just put bikinis on these people or something, but yeah. Yeah, you're absolutely not at all, you're not at all crazy in any type of way. I don't get any mental health issue, even though this stuff was supposed to, this type of warfare, because this is spiritual warfare. This shit was supposed to make sure that you never woke up to your power and never stepped into it. I mean, that's what that's what it was intended to do. And it's like, since God resolved it, it's like, there's not even nobody's sore about this. Usually when we clear curses, sometimes the demons can be pissed off that they can't have control over anything anymore. But like, they can't even voice their opinion because God has stepped in. So yeah, this is a very good thing. Also, you have Jesus as a real ancestor. So you can literally pray to Christ and you will get that Christ consciousness energy flowing through you. And that will always help raise you out of any funky energy, anything that's not yours. Yeah, so this is going to work out really well. Your ancestors are so proud. These people are in the tower. These people from long ago, they're still people that exist today. They're in the tower because they tried to sacrifice you. And they did it in this life and they did it in all the other ones. Person's an idiot. They should have taken the fact that they were able to get away with some shit in the past, some of it, not all of it. They were able to get away with crucifying women and sacrificing them because of this power. But now they're in the tower. They're losing their power. They're extremely disappointed about that. Oh my gosh, that's funny. So they are disappointed, but they're not brave enough to tell God they're disappointed that it's over. Yeah, you literally use those words, crucifixion, exactly, because it feels like that exact energy, like you were working through it, like you had your own Judas, I don't know who that person was, but yuck. They're in the tower, cruelty, like I said. Yeah. Yeah, little did you know that what you were about to go through. But this situation, see, this is why God allows curses to happen, because he knows that this situation is going to awaken you. It was George. There you go. This situation's going to awaken you. Once you're awake, there's literally nothing anybody can do, because then you can access your abilities, and these people are SOL. That's why they invested so much energy and time into crucifying you before you came into your power. Definitely these people tried to do some type of magic to stop you from turning 33. And they wanted you to be in this debauchery energy, and they felt like if they could keep you in your south node, then they would be able to get away with this, but not for long. Yeah, not for long. Just crazy. Because honestly, like, if the stories of Jesus are true and he was crucified and it wasn't Judas that was crucified, like I think, but even if, doesn't matter who was crucified, the debt's been paid. There's no reason to crucify anybody now, and especially not for spiritual power, because you know that's literally why they came for Christ. It was about that, and because Jesus didn't want to sleep with Judas. That's like literally one of the reasons why that all happened. So, Knight of Cups, yeah. I mean, Jesus was always this Knight of Cups, very kind, caring, compassionate energy, and still is. Christ is the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. But knowing that Christ did not go around saving everybody. He knew which people to help and which people not to help, right? And so I think that through this situation, you're learning who to trust and who not to trust, right? Wow. At 33, it's really pivotal birthday. Absolutely. 33 is a number of mastery, and it is extremely pivotal. The universe, look at that. Look at that. What opens up to you but the universe? This is when Christ says, knock upon any door and it shall open for you. Knock, seek, and you will find. The universe card came out. That's awesome. Okay, is there anything else that we need to know about this? Yeah, continue to do whatever cleansing techniques and meditations and sound bowls and all that. All that stuff is working really well. I'm happy for that. Yay. Happiness. What I just say, I'm happy for that. Happiness. Yes. This is making the universe happy. Yeah, God will always provide. But again, we can't sit back and just be like idle and not take action. When we get divine inspiration, that's when you take action, right? And again, this person, whoever George is, you don't need to worry about their energy anymore like you used to, but I would forgive this person because they really didn't know what they were doing. They really, really just wanted you. This person wanted you. They wanted to be you. They wanted you. I mean, they've got weird energy, but like, I would just forgive this person. Don't hold on any, but no, don't let them back in your life, but forgive them for what they've done, because it doesn't serve you to hold on to any type of grudge against them. That basically, if you hold on to a grudge because somebody hurt you, it's like you allowed yourself to get hurt by thinking that whatever this person said was true about you or whatever. And again, I'm not excusing anyone's actions, but we always have control over how we think, right? Yeah, for they didn't know what they were doing. That's exactly what God was saying. It's like, forgive them for they don't know what they're doing. And again, you may forgive them, but God may not. And so you're going to witness this person's karma. Whoever George is, you're going to witness that person's karma, like literally. And it may hurt you to see somebody that you used to care for, be in such a bad space, but this person does this shit to themselves. So, okay. Was there anybody else that came in? Oh, general reading for Shanu. Okay. I'm going to address your question, Shanu. General reading. Let me use the Thoth deck. I'm like, what am I doing using the love deck? But I did immediately go to pick up the love deck. So let's see. You're very welcome, Lilith. I appreciate you so much. And yeah, Radcon, you don't want to sit around waiting for other people to get their karma. Obviously, if they did something bad, they're going to get their karma. But the thing is when people do shit, they don't know. You can control you can try to control what you're doing, how you put the energy out, but you never control the way the energy comes back. So yeah, these women will get their karma if you call judgment on them. But if you just allow them to continue to be around your parents, then they're going to steal from your house and do other things. Like, I don't like these people. I don't really want to read their energy. But I would definitely warn you about whatever company they work for, and you remove them. Okay, good. Because they were going to steal something. Oh, thank you, Lilith. I appreciate you too. Good. Yeah, don't. And again, there could be if you are closer to your parents, you can help them, It'd be better for you to help them but I guess you do need the medical stuff. Still, anybody else, find anybody else. Maybe there's a family friend or something like that. It's been 2 weeks. Good. Well, I would cleanse your house and get their energy out, okay? You have a new person? Okay, good. Good. Then you have nothing to worry about. Yeah, those other people will get their karma, but it's not your job to make sure they get their karma, or to even God doesn't even want you watching out for their karma. Just knowing that if they did you and your parents dirty, there must have been some karma there, and they're yeah, I know you're angry. I totally get it. But when you allow somebody to make you angry, basically you let that person have power over you. And God, that's where God's like, nope, don't allow anybody to stir your emotions, basically. And you think about this shit way too much, because it's like, yeah, they are thieves. That's exactly it. I would definitely be checking y'all's jewelry and anything in the house that they could have stolen. Yeah, they could have stolen things. That's exactly what I'm picking up. Okay, Shanu, let's see what happens. So I'm seeing art on the bottom. You could be an artist, or you could be into art. Let's see. You could be working with an artist, or you could be thinking about doing art. Maybe you don't know that you have an artistic ability. Wow, abundance, the first card, overflowing abundance. You like music, but you're not a musician, though. You might actually be a musician, though. You definitely have that, whatever part of the brain that works really well with music, you have that very strong. Abundance was the first card. My goodness. Yay. Yay. Abundance, abundance. We want abundance. So abundance comes in many forms. It can come in the form of money. It can come in the form of talent. It can come in the form of energy. It can come in the form of love. Abundance is when you see your cups overflowing like this abundantly, that's a very good sign. That means you know how to fill up your own cup. And the universe is also helping you fill up your own cup by bringing you loving and abundant experiences. The Emperor, yes. Boss Daddy, the Emperor. So yeah, you're definitely a natural leader. Beautiful. Beautiful. The Magus, to cover up his privates again, but this is a magician energy. So yeah, you're going to use some type of skill with this Magus. Thank you so much, Lilith. You guys, please like the video. It would really help. Where your shadows took the better of you. Yeah, you couldn't show up that well, you feel. You know what? Everybody has those types of days, okay? You are in a position of authority spiritually. Whether you feel like you have authority or power in the physical, you do hold it in the spirit. You have an abundance of it. Okay, so even it's okay. It's okay. Like whatever you guys are going through, it is okay. And that's something that you have to come to terms with, that sometimes it's okay to not feel okay. But knowing that when you don't feel okay, that all that's going to do is redirect you towards feelings of being okay. So it's like the negative exists for a reason. Don't be down on yourself because you acted in anger or you said something when you were angry. That's more of what I'm getting is like, oh, I gotta turn the fan on because it's getting hot in here. But that's more of what I'm getting is like not acting from anger, not speaking when you're angry, because you'll say things that you regret. And then you'll be like, dang it, no, my shadow got the better of me. But again, it may not be all of your shadow. It may be the real way that you feel. And then you just repress that shit and you don't want to say it out loud, but then you eventually blow up. That's what I'm feeling. And then it comes out, the truth comes out the way that you feel. You need to learn to, and that is, I guess, part of your shadow, but learning to accept that the the way you feel is the way you feel, and you can still be separate from that. Yeah, giving it to God. That's exactly it. Thank you, Lilith. Because revenge, God never wants you to take revenge. And I know that the Old Testament says an eye for an eye, but let God make an eye for an eye. Because again, until you know the entire situation, which I'm sure when you're in heaven or whatever, or wherever you go after this, you'll know the entire situation of everything. You just want to treat others the way that you would want to be treated, right? And so if you wouldn't want somebody to get revenge on you, if you made a mistake, then don't do it to somebody else. Even if they deserve it, trust me, they'll get their lesson. They'll get their lesson from God. And when the lesson comes from God, like the karma comes from God and stuff, these people will specifically know what it was that they did, who they did it to, and what they need to do to change their lives. And so if it comes from you, then it'll just be seen as some petty thing. But when it comes from the universe, then it's like really wakes that person up. And that's what we want, is we want people to wake up and then come back to the source, the divine being, the divine creator, the source, the higher power, higher self, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, revenge is never our job. Thank you, Nurkarim. Absolutely. Giving it to God, because you know what? It's not fun to watch other people go through karma. It's not fun to watch, even if they've done something horrible to you. It's not fun. It's not fun to watch them suffer. And you take yourself out of the abundant energy when you look for these people to get their karma or for revenge, right? Now, getting justice against somebody, that's different. If somebody's done something super unjust and you have to go through the justice system to create justice, that's one thing. But justice and revenge are completely different, right? Yes, I love it. It's like we're building a family. Literally, we're building a family where all this toxicity exists online. We're actually making this positive. So I feel like this is the way you need to start looking at your life, is like, what would a therapist or a caregiver or like your parent or somebody that loves you say to encourage you? And then taking those, you're very welcome, you guys, taking those words of encouragement and kindness and saying that to yourself. Especially, you guys are so welcome. I love you so much. Especially when you guys are feeling like, oh man, I just let my temper get the best of me. I really just need to work on that. Instead of dwelling on that, just release it and go, okay, I let my temper get the best of me. I'm a human. That's going to happen. What can I do to learn from this experience? And how can I basically change my vibration so that I'm not resonating with whatever this person's trying to throw at me? The Chariot, a very quick moving energy. This is fast change. Fast change. I'm serious. Like, let the authorities handle it if the authorities need to handle it, right? Never do, what is it called when you vigilante justice? Allow like the archangels to handle that, because you don't want to. Two wrongs don't make a right. If somebody does a wrong to you and you do a wrong back to them, that does not create a right. Two wrongs create more wrongness, you know? But if you have one person that did a wrong and one person that did a right, at least that's moving towards a state of balance. That's why Jesus says, turn the other cheek. Don't give their negative energy. Don't give them and whatever they're doing to you any energy or attention. Yeah, crime cannot beat crime. That's exactly it. Yeah, we're definitely still talking. Well, we're talking about you. Your ex is your ex. They're in the past. Like, they don't exist in the present, only if you keep them present. But what I'm seeing is that, this person could have literally pushed you to act in your emperor mode, which means becoming a leader. I mean, you definitely have a bigger purpose here to help people. And then the Magus energy is definitely, it's like investing the energy that you don't want into your life. And then the universe is like, okay, they want more of it. That's exactly it, Lilith. The universe does not understand that. The universe doesn't understand the word no. The universe just is like, it's like the Buddhist wishing tree. It sits there, you sit underneath it, and whatever you think, the universe will manifest that. That's literally how it works. So if you're thinking, no, I don't want this, then the universe is like, I don't want this. No. Because it's basically, just push it away and observe it, then walk away. That's exactly it. Walking away from these people that trigger you or that want to trigger you, and then forgiving This ex for being an asshole. I mean, that's literally what it is. Once you forgive this person and move forward, things will be better. And by forgiving this person, you're giving them a chance to change. You know what I mean? Even if they're not going to change. What I just say, forgiving them, it's a truce. It's a truce. You forgiving them at least puts you at a state of a truce. It gives them an opportunity to change and to heal. But it's not your job to make this person change and heal, right? It's only your job to heal yourself. And so, yeah, I wouldn't hold on to any more negative feelings towards this person, regardless of what they've done. Because in the end, they still weren't able to affect your abundance. So it's like literally the abundance was the first card. Even if this person has tried to mess with it, look at this, the universe. Like I said, what we were just talking about, the universe is literally supporting you here. So I feel like, you releasing the need to control the outcome of everything, because I feel like that does change the outcome when you're trying to control it. Allow God to have the control, and you will be led towards eternal peace and eternal love and eternal life. And that's what God promises. Yeah, close the door, clear the destiny, embark on a higher vibratory future. Thank you, Lilith. Absolutely. Just like Lilith in real life. You are so inspirational. I absolutely adore you. Yeah, you have forgiven her. Good, good. Okay, good. But you feel like blaming yourself. I'm telling you, don't blame yourself. That's what I was just saying. Don't blame yourself and don't blame anybody else, because blaming them is saying that they had the control that you have. You have the control over your reality. Nobody else does. I mean, they can try to trigger you and influence things to make you feel a certain way, but at the end of the day, you think your own thoughts, and that's what you control, right? So yeah, and even if she's pursuing an older person, like she's learning lessons herself, right? And so you still have feelings for this person. I can tell that you do, because if you didn't, there wouldn't be this love that still exists between you. Definitely still have feelings for sure. Yeah. But yeah, you're definitely responsible for your own actions, and you can't take responsibility for somebody else's. And if somebody else is unwilling to acknowledge, like, both parties in any relationship have to take their own responsibility for themselves. If you have one person that takes responsibility and the other person that doesn't, then it's just unequally balanced. There was something in the dream state about that, what I just said. I just had deja vu. There was literally something about that. So that may be a major lesson that you guys are learning right now, is just how to take responsibility for yourself and to allow other people to be responsible for themselves. Princess of Dis, using your intuition, using that pendulum, whether it's a pendulum or muscle testing or your intuition or, any other technique that you have. Now, I learned the majority of my techniques from this book called The Truth of God by Michael Stedman. If you really want to like fast track your spiritual journey and get into the God mode, I would get this book, because it saved my life multiple times. And it has a mind technique so that you can actually get rid of the beliefs and thoughts that you have, so they're not just stored up in you anymore. And then it has a joy and anger technique. Yeah, the truth of God. It's got a joy and anger technique that also helps you basically ask yes and no questions from your higher self without using a pendulum or having to do resistance testing, where you're like doing the resistance testing to get yes and no answers back, right? And so, yeah, it's probably the most powerful book that's ever been written, literally. Good. Yeah, they've got it on Amazon, and they've got it possibly even ebook as well. So I definitely am going to tell you to get that, because that's going to take you right to the top. You'll understand the journey to God, and you'll understand everything so much more. And then also it helps you develop your spiritual abilities. So here's Lilith right here, Queen of Dis. You guys are being protected. I mean, Lilith comes through as an ancestor that is like always almost overly protective. You feel like you're repeating the same cycle. Last year you were doing the same thing and it didn't work out and it got you feeling down. Okay. Then it may be time to try something new, right? from the princess of discs to the queen of discs, that's financial abundance. So, you know, it may serve you to just change up your, I'd look at this adjustment, to just adjust your, what your schedule is, what you actually are putting your time and energy into. Because what I'm getting is something, you are repeating the same cycle, but you have the opportunity. Okay, no, there's something going on with that. Let me look at it. There's some type of time loop that it's like a Groundhog Day thing. That's what it feels like. So, God, can we get rid of this, whatever this energy is of repeating this cycle? What is it that he's supposed to learn from this? Okay, this could be literally about learning how to use your own energy for your benefit. Because it seems like in the past, people have used your own energy against you, like got you to go against yourself. This is adjustment, should be healthier living, in a sense where you are getting moderate exercise, like just, what your body can take, right? Moderate exercise, that you are actively every day taking out a time to do an activity that's just for you, that's like mentally and physically healthy. I'm also picking up that it would help you to take some time to read, take some time, take a nap, relax. Don't always be on overdrive. Also, you may have an artistic ability. I saw that at the beginning. And yeah, and knowing when to cut somebody off. Good. You're doing exercises and stoicism, work and study. Good. So I would integrate spirituality into that. Start working with crystals. That will definitely help. Okay. Shift your vibration, because you're wanting to shift your vibration out of the feeling of failure. But I feel like you're in the energy of abundance. And as long as you know how to cut situations and people off when they no longer serve you, you're going to be fine. This is going to be a time of adjustment for you, though. You're going to be like, oh, I feel up sometimes and down sometimes. It's just because you're regulating your system, basically. And yeah, this is what you're afraid of. You're afraid of this defeat. You're afraid of this failure. I'm literally, if you stop believing that you're going to fail, you're going to succeed. Is there any real worry of failure here, or is this just self-inflicted pain? The sun, no, this is a brighter future for you. This is also healing your inner child. Something happened when you were a kid that has to do with school, and it has to do with tests, and it has to do with failure. And it's been following you ever since. So that's what I would work on healing, is the inner child. Fear of failure is your biggest shadow. Yeah, failing the exams past several years. Okay, and then the second thing would be not only what is it that got triggered, but is this the right line of study? I feel like it might be the right line of study. But yeah, there is this fear. It's coming from your inner child. There you go. Live concerts, and it would align you for the rest of the day. There you go. So yeah, doing mantras, like that could also help you at this time. I also keep getting like having crystals around. That's because what crystals do, they are minerals. So they work within our energy field. So that's basically as far as we can reach. That's our energy field. That's why wearing them is really good. Having them, yeah, it is like a mantra type thing for sure. And then doing an abundance, dancing, moving your body, allowing those resistant energies to be released. The priestess, yeah. So your intuition is going to help you. And you do have good intuition. Yeah, you were judged very badly by your parents. I did pick up that heavy energy, and that's an energy of defeat because we look up to our parents. Yeah, I definitely understand that. You know what? It's like you're feeling disappointed with yourself, and that's what we want to get rid of. This is a new aeon, so the old you is gone. The only thing that'll keep the old you going is if you cling to the thoughts and beliefs of the old you. But I want you to start looking at life as abundant, that you are not bad looking. You're an attractive person. you have everything within you that you need to create a beautiful life here. And so, the only thing that is going to make you fail is your belief in that, your belief in failure, or your fear of it, I should say. Yeah, that's exactly it. Going and giving your younger self a big hug and being like, it's okay first of all, it's okay to fail. No one ever told you that you were going to live your life and get everything right. Like, that's unrealistic. We're all human. We're all humans. We're all spiritual beings having a human experience, but still at that, we're still having a human experience, and we give ourselves room to make mistakes and to grow. And so, yeah, I don't really get that this is your karma. This is some self-inflicted. You could have had a parent or more than one parent that was a narcissist that you were dealing with. So this is like strife with them. This is what I'm saying, that, at some point you have to realize that it doesn't matter what your parents believe about you, doesn't matter what your friends think, doesn't matter what your spouse thinks. It really only matters what you think about yourself, and what you think is what is going to be created, right? So that's why it's so important. But knowing that this is a new aeon, it could be I literally get that if you change your attitude, you'll step into this abundance. Yeah, it could be that your parents were projecting. I feel like they expected you to be perfect, and that's unrealistic. Okay. So yeah, so you're going to get through this though. It's literally the worst thing you're facing, Shanu, is fear. And fear is false evidence appearing real. You're not a failure. You can look at all the other things in your life and you can see that you're not a failure. Okay. And this past relationship with this person, whatever happened, that's also, again, you are dealing with somebody that wouldn't take responsibility for themselves. So it's just better to move on. This Princess of Cups, this is going to be somebody that comes into your life and that brings you a lot of happiness and is going to help boost your self-confidence. Because I feel like your solar plexus, it may benefit you to get some bumblebee jasper. This is bumblebee jasper. It looks like this. Okay, it's the best crystal known for self-worth. I'm going to put it in the chat. And they do have bracelets of it. Bumblebee jasper, best for self-worth and self-confidence. Yes, bumblebee jasper. Yeah, and it does come in bracelet form. This is it in bracelet form. So this is like literally, and make sure you have some selenite. Okay, this is selenite. Comes in many different forms and shapes and sizes. Doesn't matter what size of the piece you get. You just put, like what I do is I'll take my bracelet, I'll get one of these and I'll put my bracelet on there and I'll let it just charge. Because this crystal clears. What crystals do is they absorb negative energy. And what they do is they also help transmute your energy and they change the energy that you have. So this selenite crystal, this clear one, this cleanses all negative energy. Yes, cleanses all negative energy and it charges your crystals within like 5 seconds. So yeah, selenite. You want to have that for any crystal that you have, especially clears negative energy. Yeah, you definitely, any crystal that you have will pick up negative energy, specifically rose quartz. Rose quartz tend to break when they pick up too much negative energy. So you definitely want to use selenite with rose quartz. Okay, crystals are new to you. So again, this is a new avenue that you haven't looked at before, is like chakras, working on your chakras, doing chakra meditation, and then working with crystals. So yes. Okay, so I hope that helped you. Things are going to get better though, literally. All right, I'll do one. Oh, I'm at an hour and 23 minutes. I will do one more question. Let's see. Okay, so if you have a question about yourself, I'm not going to dive into somebody else's energy without having their permission, if that makes sense. Okay. Okay, good. I'm glad that was able to help you, Shanu. I think you're going to do amazing. And things are, abundance was the first card. Yeah, I'm not looking into anybody else's energy. If you have a question, what is it? User XYZ. If you have a question about yourself, I'll answer that. But I Like, I just don't read other people. Yeah, no spamming. I don't read other people's energy without their permission because I feel like it's intrusive and unkind. But other than that, that's why usually it's like when you have a client, you know, they'll ask questions about themselves, not, I won't answer questions about anybody else, basically. Unless that person has something directly to do with you, if that makes sense. Yes. Yes. I'm so glad too. I'm so glad that you guys are here. And I'm so glad that you guys are choosing to work on yourselves, literally. Okay. You're asking for yourself, but you're asking about somebody else. So again, I'm probably going to just shut this reading down. Yes, for the rest of your life too. Honestly, the good that you do now will continue to come back to you. So it's like you might as well just keep doing good. You know what I'm saying? Yes, get yourself these crystals and it feel good. Good. I always pull the Emperor card for you. So that's definitely showing you that you are an Emperor energy. Yeah, put faith in yourself for sure. Okay. All right, you guys, thank you for being here with me today. I appreciate you. Please like this video. Make sure that you are subscribed and all that good stuff. And yeah, definitely tell other people about this platform so we can continue to grow our Soul Tribe family. And literally through us, we're probably going to change the world and make it a way better place than it was before. So all right, you guys, know that God loves you. Know that I love you. I'll see you guys in the next reading. Until then, peace be with you. You guys have a wonderful day. All right, bye.